YouTube. Okay, it's Predestined 4 coming back at you with another video. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. And I love you guys dearly. If you have not subscribed yet, please go on over and hit the red subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. And you can also go on over to Instagram and give me a follow at Predestined 4, the same exact name as this channel. Alrighty then, so I'm gonna come on today and talk to y'all a little bit concerning anxiety. Anxiety. I struggle with it a little. So I'm here to share my experience with that and how I deal with that and the thoughts that consume my mind, the scenarios that are created in my head sometimes that don't even exist in reality. Okay? That's the thing about anxiety. It will have you believing something and believing scenarios that you create in your head that is not there. You gotta learn that it's not real. Okay? So that's a little bit of what I deal with sometimes. For me, it depends on how I'm triggered. Let me take these glasses off so it's not a glare. Okay. It all depends on how I'm triggered, what's the trigger, and I'm learning as I'm going through this process of life how to deal with my triggers, how to deal with my... Let me say this before I go deeper. People are not responsible for babysitting your triggers, okay? If you know that you're triggered by something or you're affected by something emotionally or mentally that triggers your anxiety, that is your responsibility, okay? So your loved ones, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your coworker, your whoever you're surrounded by is not responsible to tiptoe around your insecurities, your triggers, your anxiety. Now, if they love you enough, they will care enough about what triggers you or what brings you anxiety. But bear in mind that they're not responsible for that. You're responsible for what you allow to trigger you. Does that make sense? Okay. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations that we already know is going to be a trigger. And why I say this is because your mind and your body and your energy or your intuition, however you want to put it, sometimes already warns us of scenarios that's going to give us triggers and that's going to give us anxiety. But sometimes we still place ourselves in these scenarios. So what I do, what works for me really, I can't say what works for you, but I can tell you things that help me out a little bit. For instance, if I feel myself, for me the trigger is usually something happens. This is how it happens. Something happens, I go into overthinking mode. Okay? This is very prevalent for me. It's common in my life. Okay? I go into overdrive with overthinking. And then with the overthinking, I create scenarios in my head. And after the scenarios comes the anxiety about the scenarios that I've already created in my head. Now, is any of this real? No, it's kind of like somebody that is scared of, okay, somebody that's scared of being sick, or I think it's called a hypochondriac, somebody that diagnose themselves all the time when nothing is really wrong. I'm gonna use the same analogy for anxiety and overthinking. A lot of times what's causing the anxiety is because we have already put our minds into overdrive, overthinking a situation that we already cannot control. Okay? Now, it is not your responsibility to control how anything anybody do, right? It's your responsibility of how you allow it to affect you and how you respond. So your body is responding with anxiety because you have already put yourself in the mental capacity of overthinking a scenario that you can't control. It's me, okay? Hey, ding, ding, ding. I'm that person. I do it too. So this is why I'm trying to I'm speaking to y'all because this is something that I'm dealing with. I'm still working on this, okay? So it also ties in with pessimism or pessimistic thinking, because we're so scared of the unknown. We're scared of something we don't understand. We're scared of something that we don't want to happen that we've experienced before. So then sometimes we've experienced something before that we don't want to happen again, so we automatically put our minds there thinking it's going to happen again when we haven't even seen what's going to happen or how something is going to play out. So we automatically pessimistically think that the wicked, bad, ugly is going to happen, and then it's manifested and it happens because of our anxiety and our overthinking and manifesting it in our mind. Do you see how that works? Said a whole lot, right? So I'm gonna say this again, like I've said in all of my videos. Your mind is your highest source of authority. And I'm saying this to myself as well. I hope this is helping somebody. The mind is the highest source of authority. What you create there, what you plant there, is what grows there. Okay? What you believe there is what stays there. If you constantly believe that you're not enough, you're gonna walk around believing that you're not enough, even when everybody else see and know that you are enough. You're worthy of certain things. You're loved. You're beautiful. You're creative. If you don't see this or believe it within yourself, it will never manifest. It don't matter if 1,000,000,001 people see it. Okay? What matters is how you see yourself, what you believe about yourself, the narrative that you speak over yourself, the narrative that you write and create in your mind. Now, if you're constantly creating negative scenarios about yourself, negative thinking about yourself, negative thoughts that you don't deserve certain things, you're not worthy of certain things, this will never happen for me. I'm scared. I'm doubtful of the outcome because I don't know it. I need to control everything around me so that it turns out the way I expect it to turn out, when it's not going to turn out that way anyway, because you can't control life. You can't control people that's a part of life. So the only thing you can control is yourself, your thoughts, what you allow to resonate in your mind, what you allow yourself to believe about what's in your mind, what you create in your mind, what you create in your reality. That's what you can control. So for you to help the anxiety and the overthinking, we gotta find ways to keep it at a minimum. When you find yourself tapping into that era of your mind, journaling is good. Meditation is awesome. If you're a praying individual, prayer helps. Sitting down and just being still, praying, talking out loud, saying some affirmations to yourself in the mirror, looking at your beautiful self and speaking great and wonderful things over yourself. Okay? And easing your mind, whatever it is that's going on in your mind, sometimes it's good to evaluate your thoughts, because honestly, emotions are not valid. So you may feel a certain type of way today about something that you may not feel the same way about the next day, 2 hours from now, a month from now, 3 weeks from now. Your perspective may change. So emotions are not valid. So you can't thrive off of emotion or how you feel and allow it to trigger your insecurities, your anxieties, your overthinking. Sometimes it's good to take a minute, take a step back, process your thoughts, process what you're feeling, and decipher what is real, what is not. You know, what you can't control it. All you can do is evaluate it and take the necessary steps, journal it, document it. Those things are good to do to help you in the process of calming these areas of your life. Go take a walk, talk to a friend that can help you to not decide or change your mind, but to help you to decipher through your thoughts. Because most of the times, your emotions is stemming from something that you've been through before that you don't want to resurface or you don't want to relive, you know? So we got to manage our emotions by evaluating them sometimes. Okay? And deciphering what's worthy of our energy, what's worthy of our anxiety. You don't want to go there, because it's not a pretty thing. Okay? Everything is not worth mulling over. Everything is not worth putting your mind into overdrive over. You got to decipher what's worth it and what's not for your mental health. Yeah, so just wanted to talk about that, and I hope something I said made a little bit of sense to you, or if it didn't, drop your opinion or your thoughts in the comments bar. I'm open to it. If you have something to add or something to subtract, that's fine. This is just a discussion. This is just my thoughts. And I hope something that I said made sense. And I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.